Hello and welcome to this week tutorial. In this week tutorial, we'll be creating a responsive pricing table. As you can see right here, this is the final project. On the left, you can see this nice big background image with this testimonial section right here. On the right, we have this heading right here that says choose your plan. And then we have these two pricing table. This one, that's discounted monthly delivery at $65 per month. That is nice button. And you had this free monthly delivery for $105 per month with this button. And it's going to be fully responsive. It's a right click, choose inspect, choose the mobile. As you can see, it's a one column, top to bottom, and everything look nice. As you can see, and around 700 pixel, as you can see right here. You go to one column on the top right here, but then two columns on the bottom for the pricing table right here, as you can see. And around 1000, you go to three columns this side and the pricing table on this side. So that's what we'll be creating in this week tutorial. So without further ado, let's get started. Hello, my name is Marius and welcome to my channel. On this channel, I post web design and development tutorial every week. So if that's something that interests you, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you'll be notified every time I release new tutorial. As I said during the intro, we'll be creating a responsive pricing table. As you can see right here, this is a finished project right here. So without further ado, let's get started. So I already have my code editor open. I'm using a Visual Studio Code, and I have my files already from the index, my images, set them the images folder, and my CSS that we go through real soon. So let's get started. I'm going to be using a live server to open up my project. So whenever I save something, I don't have to keep refreshing it before it refreshes, it updates. So first I will create a container, a dev class called container that will wrap around the whole session. Inside my container, I will create a header element with no class. Inside here, I will create my testimonial. So and this side, the side with the background image. Inside here, I create my user image. They were class called user image, and I use my image tag and place the image there. And after this, I create a comment. So Lauren 25. After this, create a name. Add a testimonial name with a strong element to wrap around the name. John Doe. Save this. Now you have it right here. So after my header, I will go down. I will close the header. I'll create my pricing side. The pricing will hold this section right here, the heading element and the pricing table. The header is this side right here. So I got my pricing Now inside of it, I will create the heading one. I will say choose your plan and create paragraph. Fill. After this, I create another container. Inside this container, let me write a quick little comment for this one to know where everything is ending. So here I've created my pricing header. And here the pricing image. And after the pricing image, the name. With the heading 2, and you say discounted monthly delivery. And after this, we had our pricing cost. This is my strong tag, wrap around the amount, so the $65 and the /NO for the month. And then write a little comment right here. Save it. And we got this. Now we go to the pricing body. I will close the header. In here, we create paragraph tag, and we say bag will include. And I will go down, create UL element with li, and I will need total of 7. So I'm multiply this by 7. So we create me a UL with li, total of 7 of them. So the first one will be fresh fruits, and this we see the last one say discounted shipping, and I will give it a class called feature. I save this. This is what we get. Now that's the pricing body. Now the pricing photo, which hold the button. So pricing. Inside here, create an anchor element with a class called button, and href empty. And for the content, I would say choose this plain. Save it. You got it right here. Now I'm just gonna close this and copy this whole thing and create a second pricing table. Come down here, paste it. I'm just gonna change the name. This, instead of being discounts, be free. The image, instead of pineapple, will be coconuts, and this will be 105. This will remain the same, except for this one will be free. And that's it. Save this. We have this. I will open this pricing table so we can style it. So that's it for the HTML. Now let's go to the CSS. So I have my CSS right here. I create my custom variable. The off blue is a very light here, and up my primary, my secondary, and our primary background. That's gonna be the overlay on top of this background image. I set my CSS reset, remove the padding and the margin, set a backside in the border box, set a root element, the HTML font set to be 10 pixels because I'm going to be using RAM. So 10 pixel, 1 RAM will become 10 pixel, 2 RAM will be 20 pixel. And I set my font family on the body to be this. It's a Joyce, and that is a sans serif. I already have it on my system, on my computer, but it's a free Google font. Set a background color to be the off blue. It's hard to see right now, but as soon as I start styling, you're able to see it. So with that, this is gonna be the mobile first, so make sure it look nice on the mobile, and then we're gonna make it on tablet and desktop, laptop and desktop. So let's get started. So first thing, so styling my header, which is this one right here. So I say header display reflex justify contents be center and align item to be center and text align also to be center, as you can see. And I set it the height to be 45 RAM, so 450 pixel. Save it. As you can see, here's some height. Set the padding to be 2 RAM. Now set the background image that to be linear gradient, and the first color will be my primary BG right here. So silver, and the second color will be the same. Say URL for the image, say 2 dot forward slash. Now go to side of the image folder, and then I will choose the strawberry BG. I save it, as you can see right here, and I set the background size be cover, the background position to be center, and background repeats to be no repeats. Save it. I look that nicer. Now get to this one, the testimony. So I say header, then grab the testimony class inside of it. SS color to be the off blue. So as you can see, now I will set up content, this one right here. So just copy this. So testimonial, now set up contents, which is this one right here. I'll set font size to be 1.4 rem. Font style to be italic. Save it. As you can see now, give us some margin on top and the bottom. So I say margin 2 rem 0, 2 rem top and bottom 0, left and right. I give us some space. Now let's get to the name right here. Now copy this, Shift Alt down arrow key on Visual Studio, try to duplicate it. Center the content right here, it will be name. Font size will be 1.2, and we set opacity to be 0.6. As you can see, it's a lot smaller. So with that, that's the header. Now let's focus on the pricing. So the pricing, remember, the pricing surround this whole entire session. So go down right here, little comment, pricing. So I will set a padding to be 2 rem all around. Tell the pricing and select the heading one. Says font size to be 5 rem and line height to be 1.2. Save it. This is what we get. And then after that one, set up container. Remember, we have a container that wrap around everything. We have another container that wrap around this pricing table right here. So we're gonna style that. So I say pricing container. Now this one is selecting the container class that is inside of the pricing class. So we're selecting this one. Now this one, this one. So I will set that to be margin tab to rem. Save it. Now you can see some more space. Now we start styling the table, the pricing table. So I will select pricing again, then pricing, this time table. I say padding with 2 rem also. Background color to be white. Say border radius be 0.6 rem, so 6 pixel, and then backs shadow 0 x and y, 2.5 for the blur, and for the color RGBA be 0 0 0, and the alpha will be 0.28. I will set our text align to be center, and I save this, as you can see right here. Now let's give some margin, so these are not stuck next to each other. So I say margin bottom to be 2 rem. Now this one also got a margin bottom, so let's remove the margin bottom from the last one. So I'm gonna grab this, come down here, say use the last child selector, say margin bottom to be 0. So I save it. As you can see, the margin bottom on this one is removed. Now let's start styling each section, like the header, body, and a footer of each one. So let's start with our pricing header. So we do pricing header, say body bottom to be 2 rem. Let me scroll this one down a little bit so you can see. Border, the bottom to be 0.2 rem solid, and the color will be the primary. Save this, we get this. Now let's take care of this one, the name. So just copy this, pricing name H2, because it's wrapping around the heading too, wrap inside the heading too element. So I say margin top and bottom 1 rem, left and right 0, and then font size to be 4 rem. Save it, and we get this. Now the cost, I just copy this, pricing cost. I just want to change the font size for this one, which will be 2.5. And then we'll select our, remember this one is wrapped inside of the strong element, so I want to change the color for that. So grab this again, duplicate it, let's say strong, and this will be color, change the color. Now you can see this color change. Now let's move on to the body. I said again the padding, be 2 rem all around. No, 2 rem top and bottom, 0 left and right. And select our paragraph. Say margin at bottom to be 1 rem. Font width is 700. And let's add the URL and style them. Say list style to be none. We get rid of this bullet right here. Save it. As you can see, I will set the margin bottom to be 1 rem and a font size to be 2.2 rem. And again, I will remove the margin bottom on the last one. So if I do copy this again and select the last, use the last child selector and say margin bottom to be 0. Now, as you can see, the last one have the special cracker feature, so we're gonna start with that. So I'm just gonna I say text transform to be uppercase, so all uppercase, and a font width to be again 700, and then color to be the primary. As you can see, change here also. Now let's focus on the button, this one right. I set padding for the button to be 2 rem top and bottom, 4 rem left and right. Display inline block, background color to be the primary, and says color to be the of blue, and our text decoration to be none. Our text decoration will remove the underline right here. Text decoration none will remove the underline. If I just save it, as you can see, I set the font size to be 1.8 rem. Save it. The border radius to be 0.6 rem. So a little bit around it. And now add the transition. So when we hover over it, change the background color. So the property will be the background color. That's what we want to transition. Over 0.3 second and ease and out. Save it. Now I go down here, say button, hover, background color, and it's going to be the secondary. Save it. And we get this. So this is the pricing table, as you can see, and these are the mobile devices. Let's see what happens when we start stretching it out. As it get bigger, as you can see, it's all getting bigger. You see, now we need to change because we don't want it to look like this on larger devices. So I already went ahead and choose the breakpoint. For example, so 700 at 700. That's when I want to change it to be the pricing table to be 2 column. So if I put the whole thing like this, I say at 700 to change the body, background color be yellow. Now the whole thing will change to yellow, but if I right click, choose inspect, I choose and I go down. Now this is 400, but as soon I get to at least 700, as you can see, here it changed the background color. Around this point, that's when I want to like change to be 2 column side by side. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Okay, so that's the 700. We want to make these changes right here. So I will go down, choose the pricing again, but this time choose a container inside of it. Remember, we have a container inside our pricing, this one. Choose that, and we set it to be display, be flex, say justify content, space between, and set width to be 100%. I save it. This is what we get. As you can see, now we are side by side. After that, I choose each one in this pricing table right here. That's gonna this one a little bit bigger than this one. So I say pricing and pricing table again. It says width be 50%. Say margin right to be 2 rem, and then margin bottom to be 0, because we set over here to be margin bottom to be 2 rem, so that's what we're removing here. So if I save this, now you can see there's no more margin on the bottom. Now there's a set to be margin right 2 rem here, so there's a margin right 2 rem right here, also right here, so we need to remove it from this one also. So just gonna do pricing table last child, I say margin right 0. Save this. As you can see, all look nice. Now I need to shrink this one down a little bit. So I say the heading 2, because there's only one. These are the only 2 heading 2 we have on the page. Say line height to be 1.2 also. So here we have it. Now let's start stretching it out a little bit bigger. Now I think maybe a good time to bring this one down here, so to make it 3 columns. And for that, I find our best to be around 1000. So let's say I remove this, copy this, paste it right here. Let's say I change it to be orange. Save this, and I stretch it around this to make a 3 column. So let's do that. So first thing I will do, select the first container, the container that wrap around everything, and then display it as flex and says height to be 100 ph. Save this. As you can see, now we are side by side, 3 columns side by side. So I go inside header, select my header right here. I will set height to be 100%. As you can see, to 100%. We face this. So see, we had a gap right here. So 100%. Says width to be 35%. And then after that, select my pricing, which is this side right here that wrap around the whole pricing table. It's going to be, you have width of 65%. Save it. No real change, as you guys can see. And then I'll select a pricing container right here. It says height to be auto, and then the pricing table. Height to be 100%. As you can see. I'm gonna remove this background color right here. I right click, so I'm gonna inspect mobile. See this on the mobile. Two column, and then the 3 column. So that will be it for this week tutorial. So if you like it, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon. If I have any question, be sure to leave them. I'll be more than happy to help you. Until next time, have a great day. Bye.